Welcome to Library Life. I'm Amanda Jackson with the Chesapeake Public Library, and with me today is teen librarian Catherine Daigle. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
So teens, I have one myself, and we're here to talk about our teen volunteer program. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure, our teen volunteer program's been gone for a little while because of COVID, but a lot of the libraries are looking to bring it back here in January, and we're actually looking to kind of expand upon what we're offering in our teen volunteering this year.
So new year, new you. We're all looking at how we can better improve ourselves in a new year. And it's important for our teens to give back as well. It's not just great for their resumes, right? It's also a really important lesson.
Right. There's not a whole lot of places in the community where they feel like they can really be heard, but volunteering is a great way to put their influence on our library community. We have lots of different roles that we would like them to be able to fill, whether it be in YFS or adult services. And with our new Instagram relaunch, that's really based on teens, and we'd love to have some teen influence on that.
So you bring up a good point too. There are a lot of different roles that a volunteer can play. Some people have a misconception that the library is just going to be one thing, but we do a lot, and we could use that help. Tell me a little bit more about those options.
Sure. So like we do have the basic, probably one that you think about, shelving, and that would be a lot of the circulation things, pulling holds. But like if you're helping with youth and family services, they'll need help with crafts. So if you're artsy, that's a really great place. Plus, we want you to also think about what sort of programs you'd like to be running and like to see in our libraries, whether it be for your age or younger. Maybe you have an interest. So actually helping develop programs is something volunteers can do. And like I said, library influencers. I brought some books today. Maybe they'd be making displays. Like these are a lot of the popular books from this past year. Or like I said, helping out on our Instagram. And maybe they have a lot of library spirit and they want to help out one of our day of events like Fantasy. That's something our teen volunteers can do.
So there's a lot of different things that we can get involved in depending on what our interest levels may be and what our teens' interest levels may be. And one of the issues that my oldest had a problem with was trying to get that first job. It's very hard in a competitive market to get a job if you don't have any experience. Volunteering is a great way to do that.
Right, they'll get the experience of an actual interview at the beginning of the teen volunteering. Plus, then they get that structure of needing to show up to fulfill their 2 hours a month and being able to tell us if they're not going to make it before their actual day of volunteering. It gives them that structure for career readiness.
And they can use that experience for volunteering on their resume when they're applying for that job, so they're not coming in cold without any type of experience. It's also important as we're looking towards college, right?
Right, absolutely, because colleges are going to look at what you were involved with, and a lot of them like to see teens that are involved in the community. It also can give them something that they might be able to use when writing their entrance scholarship essays.
Good point. So how would I get my teen involved in the volunteer program?
Sure, so we have a couple different ways. We're going to have the Teen Library Council, which is 6th grade through 12th grade. They meet once a month, and they kind of talk about our collection, what they'd like to see. They can help plan programs, but then we also will have our teen volunteers. They can be our rising 9th graders, so like if an 8th grader just graduated, they could start in that summer if they wanted to, and they're the ones that would be branching out and doing those things like circulation help, tech help in the adult services area, because so many of our seniors need help with knowing how to use their tablets and download our books and our e-resources.
Well, in our memory lab too, so helping teach our older adults how to use some of that technology who may be a little bit more timid. Our kids are really comfortable using technology and they're not near as afraid to jump in and experiment.
Absolutely, and you'll be able to find applications for both of those sorts of things on our website and also at every branch of the library.
So to volunteer, I can go to our website, chesapeakelibrary.org, and download the volunteer application and bring it into a library.
Absolutely.
Or I can just go by the library, and then we'll talk about what fits my needs, what fits my teen needs. And that's also where I, as an adult, I keep saying we, but I'm not a teen by any means. But as an adult, if I wanted to volunteer, I could do the same thing, and I would get that similar experience. I would have an opportunity to give back, and there are a lot of different options for me depending on what I lean towards, what my passions are, and what my skill set is. So we're encouraging people to volunteer this year and just give back to the community, support the library that's been so important to them.
And one need area that we really have for volunteers is our tutoring over at the Cuffey Innovation Library, and they are looking for people that are 16 and up. that are comfortable with math, reading, and writing to help with our K through 6th graders.
And we have had such a huge influx of students needing tutoring in our COIL and our Dr. Cuffey program, because we've had so many kids who are falling behind due to COVID and virtual school. We really need those adults that can come into their lives and sometimes just walk them through step by step. That one-on-one help is so vital to catching them up and making sure that they're going to be successful students.
Absolutely. So we have lots and lots of volunteering opportunities for all ages.
Great. Thank you so much for being with me today and talking about all the ways that our community can give back to the library.
Thank you so much, Amanda.
Now, we hope that you'll join us to volunteer for the library. Please check out those opportunities on ChesapeakeLibrary.org and have a great day.